Sock Passe.
Hey, what's going on, world? Welcome to another episode of the Team Sock Passe podcast. My name is Glad.
And I'm your boy, Rob. We are your favorite Team Sock Passe podcast show where we interview great entrepreneurs from all sectors of industry. And remember, subscribe, share, comment below. Subscribe, share, comment below. Glad, what's up?
Yo, we're talking everything business credit. We got our brothers, Tevin, Facey, and Brandon Jackson of Millionaire Essentials. Brothers.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What's going on, man? Y'all good? Y'all good?
Finally, we've been trying to do this.
I know, right?
Finally.
For real.
You guys are busier than us, man. Y'all over here giving people money. That's what's up. We don't talk about it. How y'all doing?
Great, absolutely great.
We are doing amazing, man. You know, we just killed InvestFest.
Yeah, talk to us about that. How was it?
How was that, man?
How was it, man?
It was amazing. Listen, you got to get in the room. It's all about getting in the room. We all know this, especially as entrepreneurs. It's not about how many people you know. It's how many people that knows you.
Yeah.
So when you go to these type of events, right, you need to get in the room, meet as many people as possible. So your network is your net worth. We always hear this, but it's about putting it into action.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to shake hands, kiss babies, and help as many people as possible. Seriously.
Yeah.
So the
No,
more
you're right,
people
you're
you
right.
help, the more people's going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And we notice just little gems, people remember you. Just giving a little advice or things that'll help people and impact people's lives, people remember that, and that goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our goal when we go to these events. It was over 12,000 people, and we came to give as much value as possible.
As much value as possible. And you know, something that we were doing and that a lot of people were thinking about doing is actually just doing it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, they always say, hey, we're going to go to InvestFest. We're going to go to any other festival that there is, any other financial literacy event that there is. But how many of them are actually getting vendor booths, right? How many of them are actually putting their business out there opposed to just, you know, going there and networking with people? So, you know, we finally took that step. We took that leap of faith, and it was nothing but amazing.
Wow.
That's what's up, man.
Yep.
How did you guys get into business credit? Like, what was the moment for you to get, like, talk to us about your journey.
So
Whoever wants to go first.
I'll explain my part first. It's probably kind of similar. So it's all about trial and error and learning, right? We both, you know, two guys from Queens, both city jobs, 9 to 5 guys, blue collar guys. So then it's about just wanting and learning more, wanting to really provide more for your family, more for your community, more for your people. So a lot of people, you know, will chase you'll get a city job. You from New York, you'll get a 9 to 5, you'll do great.
Mm-hmm. But
But in this era, especially the way America's headed, a 9 to 5 is not enough. We need to know how to, you know, get our power back, and really the way we're going to uplift our communities through wealth and power. So the only way I see, and I've learned to get that, is through true entrepreneurship and knowing how to grow the value of business, knowing real financial literacy. So I first started in real estate, really trying to gain, you know, wealth, entrepreneurship, learning real estate. So basically it was trial and error, learning your mistakes. At a certain point when you're investing, especially in real estate, you run out of capital, especially if you're using your own money. So it's like, yo, how do I get more money? How do I get more capital? Credit. America's based off credit. And you always have access to more money than what you actually have. And people need to understand that. You can access $100,000 and not have $100,000 in the bank. So it's all about the power of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
So learning my journey of entrepreneurship, I started learning the power of leverage. And, you know, trial and error, losing money, gaining money, you got to learn by falling, making mistakes. Once I learned I can get $100,000 and flip that and make more money and then get more money back, that's how I started my journey about learning about credit and business credit. Then once you start learning about business credit, everything's a write-off. So now if I get $100,000, $200,000, it doesn't count as income. Of credit, it's not income. It's writing it off. I can write the whole thing off. And then I can make money off of this credit I just got. That's how the wealthy people really work.
Yep.
So you could write off $100K that you got. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes. Exactly.
Powerful.
Once you start learning that and learn how really the wealthy, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, the wealthiest people in the world, they don't even use their own money.
Nope.
Right.
They operate off other people's money.
Right.
OPM, they operate off other people's money.
Elon Musk just gets government funding for all of his projects. That's what's up.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys started off with this 9 to 5. right? How long were you working for the city? You said
People-
both of y'all were working for the city at the
Yeah,
time.
so I was actually working with Con Edison. We were actually doing the smart meter project. So I was actually a former operations manager with him. I was also a meter technician first. So I came in as a regular person. How I learned about business credit was more so just me and my partner at the time. We were just friends, and we were at our job that we had back then. Shout out to Raismore Flanagan, because that's where we were at, right?
Okay.
And a guy came in, and actually it wasn't even to me, it was to her, just speaking about, hey, she always saw him buying furniture, and she would just always be like, hey, what do you do? And he said, I do real estate, I do fix and flip, stuff like that. So she was like, okay, but you're always buying for furniture, you're always doing this, right? So he said to her, like, I just use business credit. So he basically told her, so she said to him, what can I do next? Like, what can I do next? So he said to her, open up an LLC. And that's the first step. He came back the next day. She said, I got it. I'm done. What's next? So he was like, all right, cool. Now let's go ahead and try and get some business credit cards.
Mhm.
So she went ahead and and did so, right? And at the time, me and her were forming a relationship. We went on, and during that time, we're looking up and researching business credit. I went through a series of jobs being a subcontractor, and then I got to Con Edison. We had our daughter. That was a push for me, even because like you said, entrepreneurship is more so not just about having that 9 to 5, having that security. It's more so about, why do I have to keep working for this person and trading my time for money? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just, okay, cool. We're going to keep researching. During COVID, we bought Trucking Gurus course, because we're like, okay, we need to learn something about trucking. I've known about it. We got Herman's course.
Okay.
You guys had
Shout
Herman on
out
the
to
podcast.
Herman. Yeah.
Shout out to my man Herman, Haitian CEO Herman. That's my guy. Mentor always, and I'm always a student. So we actually got his course. Still doing research. You know what I'm saying? And I had the knowledge, right? Then I think the last course we bought before we started doing all of the funding that we got was HIM 500, right? And we realized that we were in the room with all the people that we needed to be with. But like Brandon says, your network is your net worth, right? What are you doing to actually elevate yourself? So funny thing is, I got into a car accident. July. I got into a car accident. July 31st. My birthday is on July 12th. July 31st, I got into a car accident. From there, I said, you know what? I got to put this information. I have to use it now. I have to implement the information that I have. I went ahead and I funded my business over $600,000.
Oh wow!
Within the span of like 2 months, and I was like, "This is insane." And it's funny,
$600K.
$600K.
Jeez.
I'm at about, I think, what, 800,000 in funding now.
Wow.
Above that, so it's a lot of money. That's trucks, real estate. It's a lot, all encompassing.
But
Wow.
Con Edison is it's a good job.
I was making $150,000 a year, and I wasn't really doing a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't.
I mean, some people would be like, "Yo, this dude's crazy."
Right.
$150K.
Yeah,
like,
$150K is.
How many years ago was this?
It was literally last year.
$150K, right?
Right.
And you're like, and now you're taking a risk.
Taking a risk.
But you have a stable, great income, pension.
I had it all.
You got it. Yeah.
Even like, and the great thing, about my partner, she didn't even waver and say to me, no, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? She took that leap of entrepreneurship almost 5 years ago, even before we had our baby. And she, she went into the solar field. So, and I supported her all the way. I backed her. I said, okay, cool. I'll make sure I get the, I have the work. I do whatever I can.
Very nice.
Exactly. So it was the same switch. So as soon as I got there, she was like, all right, cool. So what's next? So it was on demand. So it was go time. It was go time. And then, I met up with people like Brandon, a lot of our circle that we have now. And, it just all came together.
Okay, cool.
And meeting people like Brandon, it made sense. And that's how we came together. And that's how we have this academy.
Got you. So now you said you got real estate, trucking. Do you guys do these these companies together or individually? How do you guys work?
So we individually have our own companies and things like that. So, and the whole point of this is about the knowledge that we're both teaching and we're implementing. Like he said, he funded himself $800 to probably $1 million already. So all of that is why we're able to have all these companies. So we each have our separate companies, and we each, build our separate companies. Millionaire Essentials is what we brought together on the education part to teach everybody. So we're showing everybody, we set up all these companies that we had no knowledge of prior, but we gained the knowledge, and then we gained the knowledge of getting the capital, and we started building our companies. And that's why we don't have to work for $150,000, $200,000 a year, because we can make that in a month. And it's not about, like, it sounds good on paper, like you were just saying, 150 sounds great. But then if you know business and you know how money works, you don't work for money, money works for you.
Absolutely.
So now I could put a suit and tie on and go on a call and make $20,000 instead of making that every 3 months or every month. I don't have to do 40 hours a week.
Right.
Because about 6 figures probably is about, because I made about that, probably turned into maybe $40-some an hour. We could sell a course for $5,000 and have 5 signups in a day. If you know how money works and how products work, you know your money, you can make your money work a lot faster and a lot stronger than you will ever do. And then if you know how money really works, $100,000, when you get taxed at a New York tax rate, really turns into maybe 60, 50. Yep. You counted how much you're paying for pension. You counted how much you got to pay for medical. You're going home with 40. Everybody on my job is, I work for MTA. A lot of people, I worked for MTA since I was 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
I worked there for about, he
was in there.
I was.
But you got people, just what you said, you had it made. MTA.
Yeah, these dudes
you got like
legit. They got golden jobs.
You got like legit jobs. What were you doing for MTA?
I was a supervisor on the tracks. I build and repair the tracks.
And you was making about the same?
I was making about the same. If I did a lot of overtime, I could make 200.
Wow. Yeah, and I was doing a lot of overtime, but I was only making that base. So
he might make more than me. I wasn't making that base.
Yeah,
he was making more than me.
So it was a lot, and then but something that really switched for me, right? And we're talking about everything that's full circle. I'm gonna be lying. I would be lying if I didn't say it wasn't my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like once I saw that I have a child on the way, I switched into overdrive.
Got you.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I worked for Google as a subcontractor. I was an operations manager for them as well. I worked for a solar company. I was an operations manager for them as well. So it was just pushing. So shout out to my daughter, Leanna.
No doubt. And what businesses do you currently have outside of
similar
Millionaire?
real estate? My background is real estate. That's the first thing when I got into entrepreneur space while I was on the job. I bought my first property. First thing that I started learning about. I was real deep in real estate because I was like, first thing I said, what is something that all the rich people have and how do they get rich? First thing I Googled, it was real estate and stocks. Right. So that's when I started falling in love with real estate. Started learning everything I wanted to know about real estate. Bought a couple mentorships about real estate. So I got some property, I got real estate, I got trucks, I got some trucks on the road. I got a little bit of stocks, got some stocks. So that's basically the main things I've been investing in lately, and I'm leaning towards getting some more spaces. And definitely the education part about putting out products. I got some products out. Yep. And that's the main things, the main businesses I'm invested in.
All right, so time to get out your pen and paper. Let's get to the meat of it.
Yep.
How do you do it? How do you get business credit? We Herman was here. He was giving us some steps. Yes. What are the steps to actually getting business credit other than getting the LLC? You got the LLC. I've heard that your personal credit got to be good to get the business credit. I've heard you've got to wait about a year or 2 years to apply for business credit. Talk to us.
So I'll start, right? So, right, like you said, personal credit, that's the foundation of everything, right? So with you having that personal credit, if we're just talking about business credit, right? Obviously, business funding and business credit is 2 different things. Okay. Business funding is you getting the loans, lines of credit, and the credit cards, right? So that's you funding your business. Credit is obviously, the trade lines, even the credit cards. They're considered credit, but you're more so talking about actually having access to capital, right? So that's the credit portion of it is more so the trade lines and the credit cards itself, right? But the funding aspect is the lines of credit, the loans, and the credit cards. Because like I said, you have to have that access to capital, money that you can actually use, right? So that's something that we have to definitely separate, right? That's one. Two, now we have to go into the portion of, okay, what do we have to do in order to get more money, right? So like you said, 2 years. 2 years in business is something that you can get loans and lines of credit from banks.
Mm-hmm.
From institutions, you can get it as a startup. From a CDFI, you can get it as a startup. 6 months, 12 months.
Oh, you just skipped over some. What's the CDFI?
Oh,
you
my
you
God.
throwing acronyms out and all that.
Yeah.
He's dropping
This
some
is we in class right now. Go
So
ahead.
a CDFI is a community developmental financial institution.
Mm-hmm.
They are backed by hedge funds, Wall Street, private equity firms, and private investors.
Mm-hmm.
So Brandon, right? Brandon has a business, 6 months old. He's making good money in the business so far, but he's trying to elevate and expand. What he can do is come to a CDFI, right? He can't go to a bank yet. He's not 2 years old in business,
Mm-hmm.
but he can go to a CDFI, present them with a plan on what he wants to do, present them with his numbers, and they'll give him a loan or a line of credit towards his business. Now, Brandon, what can you do with $50,000?
I turn that to 500,000.
Oh my God.
50,000.
But you see, like and that's what a lot of business owners don't know. They'll go to merchant cash advance, they'll go to payday loans. Please stop. If you are a business owner, listen to me. Do not get a merchant cash advance or a payday loan. There are no need for that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No longer.
Okay.
Please stop, because it can kill your profitability in your business every single month. They're charging 20, 30, 40% on a loan or a line of credit.
Because they know you need it.
They know you need it.
Yeah.
So you get that 50K. You said you'll turn into 500K.
Absolutely.
So you'll take that and you'll apply for other lines of credit or other loans
It's
to pay the first loan. Is that the game?
So it's all about the power of leverage. And if you know how money works in the power of leverage, so the point of the game is profitability.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make profit. So now it's a few ways you could do it. First, you could move money around, see how much money you could get. Like, it's all about establishing relationships. I get this $50,000 loan from this bank. I'll just bounce it to the next bank, put that in that bank, establish a relationship, get another 50, 100K, take that 100K, put it in another bank, get another 200, 300K. Now, whenever you reach whatever you're trying to reach, say I want to get 500,000 in funding, start putting that in your business. Now, start putting that in your business, building your business up the right way. Now, you got to have a business game plan. And you guys, when y'all really building the business, stop going out there and just start trying to get money and all. Build a game plan first. Find out how much money you need and how much money it takes for you to get a return. Like, a lot of people don't have a real business plan. You got to get your game plan now, because you got to have a plan of how much you want to make a week, how much you want to make a month, how much you want to make a year, how much things you got to sell to make that week, how much things you got to sell in a month, how much things you got to sell in a year. So if you say I want to make $100,000 a month, what's your plan? How much products you got? Mm-hmm. How much does your product cost? You got a $1,000 product, you got a $2,000 product, you got a $5,000 product, and how much you have to sell to make your goal for the week. And you got to really go by you got to make some SOPs and really hit your marks.
SOPs for those who don't.
Standard operating procedures.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need in your business.
Mm-hmm.
So you need some standard operating procedures to make sure your business is running the way it's supposed to be. So a lot of people are running businesses just to do businesses. We're trying to build an empire. We're not small businesses. We use small business loans and the term I'm a small business owner just to get funding. I'm a big business owner. I'm building a $100 million business. I'm not building a small business.
Well, you said big business.
I'm a big business owner. I'm
There
not
we
trying
go.
to build a small business. I just use that term to get lending and
Mhm.
funding for my small business. But I'm trying to build a big business. So I'm going to act like I'm trying to build a big business. So that's how you got to act. And we basically teach people how to get the bag. So everything we're talking about, building business credit, we're teaching you that in order to build your business up. And we'll teach you how to become a funding company as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we fund a bunch of clients. We get clients the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most important thing people need to know is how to fund other people. Because this is what we need. Everybody in America needs funding to start their business.
You become the bank.
You
Yeah.
become the bank.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, if you learn how to fund people, you will always be an asset in your area. If I'm a chef, if I'm in entertainment, if I know how to fund the people in my circle, they're always going to come to me. They're going to need me, and I can help so much other people. So not only do I know how to fund myself and build my own business, I could fund my entire circle and make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my fault. And I'm gonna just drop this here. Literally last week, while I was at InvestFest, right before InvestFest, I funded somebody $90,000.
Real
Charge them-
estate.
No, they were actually no, you were right, yeah. They were actually buying a group home. They needed the acquisition cost for the group home.
Okay.
They needed about $50,000. I got them $40,000 extra, and I got my fee on the back end. I made $7,600 off of one client in 1 week.
Wow. So I love the story, but let's talk about a small business, a business that's just starting.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, these loan programs, they'll ask, how much is your business making?
Right.
Well, I'm not making much. I don't know, just a random, say a t-shirt company or
right.
Somebody who's just starting out the gate, and they need the money to start up.
So
they're not making like the $1,000, $2,000 a month.
Right. Something a lot of banks tell you as well. You can ask Chase. You can go to any bank. Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Those are the top banks. Citibank. They work off of projected numbers. Right. A lot of their numbers are projected. A lot of their numbers are stated. So, let's say if you started your business, what is this? August, right? Let's say if you started your business in July. What did your business make so far? But the year hasn't even ended yet. So, first of all, you just started the business. Mm-hmm. You don't have anything coming in as yet.
Correct.
But you want to show them that you are credible. Oh, yeah, I'm projected to make $100,000 this year as a new business. Right? As a new business, that's a lot. A lot of people don't understand that. So, when you go to the bank and they ask you, hey, what are you making? Or what did you make as yet? I'm projected to make this amount. I'm projected to make this amount.
Keywords.
Yes. EBITDA. Right. Oh, nah, don't start. Don't start. Now we're going into.
Let it out. Talk to us.
Oh my God.
Let's break that down real quick.
I'm gonna be honest. That acronym right there alone, I don't remember every single exact word. Earnings before depreciation, interest, taxes, and amortization. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So that right there, in any business that, even if you are going to purchase or even in your own specific business, is good to have those numbers, because guess what? That's what your business is determined off of.
Okay. So I have an LLC. I have my EIN number.
Mm-hmm.
I have what else do you need?
Well,
your business address.
Yep.
And you go to the bank.
So what did Herman teach y'all, right? The business address. The website. Okay, there you go. What else?
Yeah, I was paying attention.
I
was paying attention.
Oh,
I was paying attention.
The official email address.
The phone number.
Gmail. The phone number.
The phone number.
Physical. Is it physical or virtual address?
The mortar. You need a brick and mortar address.
Yes.
Yes. Virtual.
But if you don't have one, you can use a virtual. Right. And a business phone number. So those are some of the pillars of building your business.
Okay.
Right. So that when you go to a business, because the bank is a business to lend you money, that now it's business to business transaction.
Correct.
So now that's the way how you're able to get that money. But then now it's more so, how do you speak to that bank? Because a lot of people are afraid. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was afraid. I was afraid going to a bank.
It's trial and error.
Yeah, it's trial and error. It's traumatization too. We grow up in these communities, and your parents, no, I can't get no money from the bank, or no, they don't want to give me any money. So we have to unsensitize that, right? Because it's just more so about understanding how to actually speak to them. That's about it. Like, once you learn how to speak to the bank, you can get anything out of them.
Wow. So keywords, you got to go in there using your keywords.
Keywords for sure.
So projected to make X
yes.
amount. So now, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
These loans, I mean, this credit that you're getting, the amount to pay that back, that's what's the percentage? Like, how? Because you were saying you go to these other programs that like payday loans.
Mm-hmm.
They're charging you 20-30%. Mm-hmm. What's the percentage on the ones that you guys are acquiring?
So you want to get the least percentage as you can. So the process we do, first we hit them with the 0%. That's the 0% interest credit cards. So there's a set of credit cards out there that give you 0% for 12, 18, some 20 months. That's what you start out with first.
So you got some time to flip.
That should be enough time for you to start making some profit. And when I go back to profit real quick, that's known your KPIs, your key performance indicators.
Mhm.
So that's how you got to know how much it takes for you to make $1 back. You got to know, how much it takes for you to make a profit. So you start off with your 0% interest credit cards. That's what I would say start off with first. Then you can go to your loans and your lines of credit. Most people like lines of credit because a line of credit is you could take it as needed.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a line of credit, and then whenever you need it, you take it. Say I got a $50,000 line of credit, I can only take 20 because I only need 20. I only take 30, and as I pay it back, I can keep taking and keep drawing. Then you got your loans. Your loans is as soon as you get a loan, you got to pay it back. A lot of people are scared of that because, like I said, a lot of people don't have a business plan. So as soon as you get that money, you got to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So the APR is usually between, I would say, 6 to 9% on the loans and lines of credit, and it depends on credit score.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your credit score, obviously.
That's where it definitely would point, because I have a 5% interest.
Yeah, you can probably get down to 5%
from M&T Bank.
Okay.
and the interest rates is raising.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the time
Right.
the country's in as well.
Mhm.
But that's better than 15, 20%, 30%. So that's what we're looking for. And once your business is set up properly and like you establish those relationships,
Mhm.
that's what we teach people. Set your business up properly and establish those relationships. You don't have to be making any money to get funding. And that's why this is in America, you don't have to be making any money to get $100,000 if you take the right steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's why we teaching people to take the right steps. A lot of us out here, we be more in everything for nothing. It's funding clients I've been funded today. Oh, I got to set up a bank account. What you mean? You think they're just gonna give you money just because you walked in the door? Oh, I got to put money in there. It's like we a lot of us feel a lot entitled, especially our people who's gotten the least. We be feeling the most entitled.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, I feel the God's honest truth is no excuse. Like all the excuses we could have had if we was our parents in the 40s and 50s and 60s. They had actual excuses because they was redlining and actually things was going against them where they really couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, look at all this free information we giving you. Y'all just lazy.
Mm.
That's what it is. Y'all just lazy because the information is out there. And I can say that because we took the steps to do it. I ain't have a check from my job and it's a year now. I ain't have not one check from my job. And I've been surviving off just my grind. You know what I'm saying? Went through a lot of things. Me and him went through a lot of things. We surviving just off our grind and putting the action together and making it happen. So the banks are giving you money. Like they need to give you money. All you gotta do is walk in there with a smile and know what to say. They make money off giving money out.
Right.
That's their job.
Right.
You just gotta know what to say. Fill out the application right. That's all it is.
Inspirational. So I'm gonna ask you this.
Mm-hmm. Look, his
You got
brain.
him sweating, man.
Yeah, his brain.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna talk about what's really going on right now, right?
Go ahead.
The economy's shaky,
Mhm.
like straight up shaky, right?
Straight up.
Crypto is wilding, stocks is wilding,
Mhm.
all of that stuff is it's bugging out right
Facts.
now. Are banks still lending? Are banks still lending in this crazy time? Because it's we don't know where we're. Keep it real. Talk to me.
Listen. Like I keep saying, if you know how business work, you know how money work. The rich make money no matter what's going on.
No matter what.
So America's always cyclical, right? They go through cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They go through cycles, up and down, up and down.
Mhm.
You can make money in any cycle. They're always giving money out. It's just about how to go get it.
Mhm.
And that's what we're teaching people. There's so many different ways to go get it. Now, we talk a lot about business credit, but we talk about funding, period. Not just business funding. That's what we push. But we talk about funding. There's grants. There's SBA loans.
Mhm.
See all those people that got arrested for PPP and SBA?
Right.
But there's a right way to do it. We teach you the right way to do it. There's organic business funding. So say your credit is not good, you can still organically build up your business credit scores by getting those trade lines with bad credit and get credit. There's fintech banks. They do soft pulls and they give you fintechs are just big companies and they'll give you money. So now if you know how to get grants, which you can learn, that's money, just straight money from the communities, from the government, CDFIs,
Mm-hmm.
SBA lending. If your business is making money, there's plenty of different ways to get money.
Mm-hmm.
And then business credit and business loans. So many different ways to get money, and they're always giving it out no matter what cycle. The only difference is the interest rates may be higher this cycle,
Mm-hmm.
but they're always giving it out
Right.
because the government has to print money. They make money off of credit.
Mhm.
So they need credit to give out to make money off the interest.
That's why we're in so much debt.
That's why they're always giving out money. That's why
Yeah.
there's always opportunity.
Always.
Yeah, you're so right. And Glad and I have been around plenty of people with money, plenty of people that don't have money, plenty of people that just don't know what to do with their money.
Yeah.
And plenty of scared people.
Right.
And people that have been bamboozled with saying, hey, I'm going to get you trade lines. You pay this amount. I'm going to get you this. I'm going to get you that. And we've been around that. We you know what I'm saying? We're looking at these people like,
Right.
okay, they're hustling.
Of course.
So how do you say to you, like, how do you bring in, like, there's a fear, there's a factor of like, some of these people they've been bamboozled, they've lost money.
Right.
We've all lost money,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still the mentality where it's like, I fall, I get back up again. Some people fell and never got back up because they don't trust. There's a trust issue within our culture, period.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you're throwing money out there. You're like, there's money. Get your LLC, get this, get that. And people are like, I did that, but then, you know, dude from the corner said, yo, he could get me trade lines. I dropped 5 stacks with him, and I don't even see 5. And these are the stories that we hear. And how do you guys like deal with situations like this?
I'll be honest, right? Our first real estate deal, it was in Cleveland. I'm not gonna say specifically who it was with, but it was in Cleveland, and that I'm gonna be honest.
LeBron James? No, he's out.
If it was, he would say it.
I would say, hey, where my money? Bring it back, please. No, so our first real estate deal for sure, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Our first real estate deal. It was actually 2 houses. So it was just more so it wasn't the greatest, right? So it kind of did deter me away from real estate, and in a sense, now that I'm getting back more into real estate, I am loving it a little bit more, right?
Okay.
And it's not even me; it's just me and my partner. And this is something that we've always loved.
Congrats to the partners, man. Like,
that's important.
Right.
Very
No, it
important.
is. Like, to be honest, she's my backbone, and I can't do nothing else without her. Right.
Absolutely.
So, that kind of deterred us away from it. So I completely understand that, right? That trust factor of wanting to do something, but you just wanted to pull back because it's like you don't feel the same, right? You don't feel the same anymore. You don't have that drive. You don't have that passion anymore for what you're actually doing. Vet the person that you want to purchase from. That's the best way I can go about it, right? Speak to them. If you've been watching YouTube, right? If you've been researching, right? Because any business that you want to buy, anything that you want to purchase, you want to do the research on it. Do your research, speak to that person, and see what they know. That's the best advice I can give because that's essentially what I did. After the fact.
Because social media really portrays a lot of people out there that can make you. I can make you $1 million next week. Come to my mentor program.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm one of those.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, I'll give you money, but then
what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna break that down real quick, right? Mm-hmm. So number one, you can't have a 9-to-5 mindset if you're trying to be a millionaire and build wealth. So you got to determine what's your actual goals. Mm-hmm. You cannot have that. You can't play it safe. So when you step out to entrepreneurship, it's taking a chance. You betting on yourself, and that's the way it is, straight up and down. Mm-hmm. You taking a chance. So if you're not willing to get I don't like the word gamble. You have to take risk. Always. You have to take risk.
We fight about this too.
You have to. So
do you believe in calculated risk?
So that's like me and my partner, right? I take. I'm gonna bring that up. Let's go. There's a difference. Now there's an issue which I found out,
especially if you got kids, house, wife, and all of that stuff.
So there's an issue,
family,
right? So
when
no matter what you have, I left my job with no money. I'm gonna be honest, but it's a lot. I didn't tell my partner I was taking a risk. She wouldn't agree. I know she would have talked me out of it, but she had. But she's a calculated person, and she's right. She would have strategized better. I just did it without. Well, there was other things that happened too.
I just did it. We hear the laughters in the background.
Yeah, you hear the laughters in the background.
She would have strategized better, and I know that now. But I used to gamble. I'm a gambler. I used to play dice cards, so I take a risk and I bet on myself, and it worked. But just in general, you have to take that risk. All the wealthy people, if you hear all their stories, they took a risk. Mm-hmm. So you got to change your mentality, number one. You can't say, I got to wait to play. It's never going to be safe as an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. You got to wait for that next product, that next sale. You got to hustle for it, especially when you're first starting out. So you have to change your mentality and bet on yourself and take a risk. Number two, when you're looking for a mentor, you need a mentor. You need somebody who's done it and who can teach you how to do it without making mistakes. But you have to vet your mentor properly. Mm-hmm. there's a lot of people out there. Yes, we read the same books. They're just talking. They haven't done it. They're making money off just talking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you vet your mentor, ask them these questions. They can't answer these questions, then it may not be a mentor. What's the most money they made? What's the biggest thing they built? And what's the biggest thing they sold? Because you want to see if they the real deal. If they really making that money, if they really built up this business, and if they really sold what they said they sold. Ask them those questions. If he can't answer you, that's not the person for you. So that's how you vet these guys out.
All right.
Because there's a lot of this the day and age of just talking, speaking, and making money. Everybody doing it. I ain't gonna lie, everybody doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why we telling you what we've actually done, and now we're teaching people how to do it. So that's how you vet these mentors out. And number one, you got to take action. Mm-hmm. So just because you paid $20,000, $10,000, $5,000 for a course, don't mean you're gonna make no money. I done paid for so many courses and I didn't take no action, or I didn't take enough action and I didn't make no money. I can't blame the person that put that course out. That's me. Mm-hmm. So no matter what you paid, if you're not taking action, you're not going to make no money. It's not going to happen. So when your back is against the wall and you bet on yourself, you have to take action.
Yeah, receipts. So
receipts that's what it's about.
Receipts. Action. You know, Herman says it. Success has receipts. Like for me, something that I love to do is I'll post up even all the funding that I'll get. Like I have my name on it, LLC on it, everything, just to make sure that people don't feel like I'm just posting BS. Mm-hmm. Like receipts as well. Get the receipts from the person, right? If you don't see it, you know, you can politely ask. If not, then that might not be the person for you, right? But just make those decisions that make sense for you. Because like Brandon says, if you don't take the action, it's not going to make sense. You're going to buy the course and you're just going to sit there and be like, okay, cool. They're going to give me all the money. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Just to go back real quick to what Rob said about trade lines. Are trade lines still valuable in acquiring or needing to get business credit or funding?
As far as trade lines are good to help you with your age, right? And Brandon's definitely gonna tell you a lot more about it because he has a credit repair company as well. But for me, like I'll just put myself there. When I first started getting funded, I literally had 2 credit cards and 3 credit cards, a Synchrony Bank card for $7,000, another card for I think it was $3,000, and then another card for like $500. I had trade lines, from my partner because she had a lot of great credit. That was more so just showing my age. But what they looked at was my primary. No matter what I applied for, my primary accounts, that $500 card, is it paid off? Is it paid down? Do I have good payment history? Same thing for the $3,000. Same thing for the $7,000. So trade lines can definitely help you with that age. But when the bank pulls your credit, okay, they're going to take out all the trade lines that you got. The age will still stay there. But what are these primary cards doing? Mm-hmm. What is the payment history? And how is the utilization? Right?
So when you're talking trade lines, you talking about personal or business? Because that matters too.
Both.
So like he was breaking down, saying personal.
Yeah, sorry.
So a lot of people want to get trade lines, which is authorized users or secondary trade lines. Mm-hmm. So that'll help a little bit. Like that'll help boost your age because we normally want to see about 5 years of age. Mm-hmm. And if you have low limits, that'll help boost your low limits. Mm-hmm. So we may add that on just to give you a little boost. Mm-hmm. But what they're really looking at is your primaries, your own accounts. So you can add that on. It may give you a little boost. So it looks a little better at the banks, but they're still looking at your primaries on your personal.
No matter
That's
what.
if you're leveraging your personal. Now on the business side, the business trade lines can definitely help you.
Definitely can.
So business trade lines, they may be a little bit more costly. They definitely can help you.
Okay.
So I would say, if you could get some business trade lines, and if you're building business credit scores, and you're building those them vendor accounts, them net 30s, that's how you build up the scores. The Equifax, the Experian, and the Dun & Bradstreet. Those are the 3 business credit reporting agencies. Mm-hmm. So you need those vendor accounts, those trade lines to report back to build up those scores. Now, once you build those scores up to a certain amount, that looks a lot better in the bank. That's how we're organically building our business credit to organically get access to more credit.
There we go. Yeah, and then also just another quick little gem and hack for y'all. Whatever trade lines you're actually going to get from the vendors, make sure it reports to all 3 bureaus. You build business credit 10 times faster. And you're spending less money because now you're only spending on 3 trade lines opposed to spending on 6 to 8 trade lines. You understand? Because you have to spend money on those trade lines in order for them to report. So try to find those trade lines that report to all 3 bureaus. Paydex, which is Dun & Brad, Experian, and Equifax.
Okay.
All right.
And I know there are plenty of other bureaus as
Yes.
well, right?
Of course, yeah.
agencies.
You know,
But
SBFE,
right?
yeah,
But the
exactly.
main ones are the Equifax.
And something that people should always also know. When you have a business that's 2 years old, right? So you've been building business credit, you have good personal credit. It's about the SBSS score, the Small Business Scoring System, right? It's a combination, and it's powered by FICO. It's a combination of your personal and business credit score. Now that they put together for a lot of banks that are SBA funded, you can go into that bank and now you can go ahead and get a no doc loan or a no doc line of credit.
Just off of that.
Just off of that. And, you know, obviously your personal credit, because they need to guarantee it some way, somehow.
So I could walk in the bank, I could get a loan, and I can ask also for a business line of credit as well.
Yeah.
So you get multiple products with one pull.
Yeah, they're gonna do it no matter, because they need the commission.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna apply for all the products that they can. No, I'm be
They
honest.
make money off giving you money.
They
That's
really
what
do.
people don't understand.
That's it.
I'm just picturing you guys going to the bank. Like, what's the confidence like when you guys just go in the bank? Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
it's
go to-
different.
and get me $100K real quick.
Yeah.
The
That's
confidence when you establish a relationship, the confidence is through the roof. You go in there like Michael Jordan. Like, I'm about to drop 60.
Mhm.
So when you establish those relationships, like
60.
we got guys that today I was in there having lunch, chopping it up with my guy just at Key Bank. I'd say at Key Bank. My guy at Key Bank. I was chopping it up with him. I brought a client in. We had lunch. We talk about everything. That's an everyday thing.
Yeah, that's how God, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is what I love too. About what the circle that we're amongst. You know, we bring in all kinds of different people talking about entrepreneurship and, you know, business credit. And there's a lot of people that look like us, and nowadays it's not the suit and tie kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I go in the bank just like this.
And it's crazy because in real estate there are people just sitting in a hoodie and a fitted closing $1 million deals in Brooklyn, bro.
Yep.
And that's like
It's mind blowing.
it's mind blowing. It's
Mhm.
fascinating to me because back, growing up, it was the suit and tie kind of.
Dude,
You gotta wear a suit and tie to walk into a bank and ask for $100K because they're gonna look at you crazy if you're just walking in there with a T-shirt.
Right.
But that's not the case anymore.
It's like
bro.
what you were saying earlier. It's all about relationship building.
It's all about
right?
relationship.
So you got your guy at Key Bank. You're building that relationship with them. That's
Yep.
important.
And
Back
that's what I
back
love,
back
man.
in the day, we had to conform to their rules to get in the door. Now we making our own rules.
Of
No
course.
doubt. That's
Because we
what's
got
up.
the knowledge.
Yep.
Speaking about knowledge, you guys got a dope academy that I've been seeing. Talk to us about that, and how can people find out more about it? What's in the academy?
So this is exactly everything we've been talking about. So we give you the knowledge of building your personal credit, building your business credit, getting access to the loans and lines of credit, SBA loans, CDFIs. We give you all that knowledge to build your business. So we teaching you how to get the funding and then put it in your business and make profit. Get those KPIs, make the money, because the name of the game is profitability.
Yep.
So we're teaching you that, and we're bringing different businesses in: real estate, Airbnb, trucking, Turo, car rentals. Teach you how to build those different businesses. And the most important part, we teach you how to become a funding company. I fund somebody $100,000, I charge 10%. I make $10,000 a client. So everybody needs to know how to become a funding company, how to fund clients. Because no matter what field you're in, like I said, if you could fund people in your field, that's automatic money. Even if you're not making money in your business, you can get funded for somebody. So if I show you how to get somebody 100, 200,000, if you can make 10, 20,000 a client, is that going to change your business?
100%.
Is that going to change your life?
100%.
So that's what we're teaching people, how to add that on to their business, know how to fund people.
Yeah, that basically that changed our lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, me and Brandon came together. We had businesses. We had our own funding company, but it was more so like, what can we provide to the people, right? What product can we offer to the people that is going to make sense for them, right? So it's not just, hey, we got this, come ahead, come by, and that's it, right? It's something of value to us because it's something we do every day, right? He went and sat down with a banker today with one of his clients. Like, we can do that because we've afforded ourselves that time to do so. You understand?
Yeah.
So
that alarm clock every day, man. I know sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's
it's-
hard to get up, but when you
yeah.
have a purpose behind
There's a
it,
purpose, yeah.
then it feels
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's what matters, and that's what our academy. That's what we're promoting, right? It's not just more so about, yo, come get this money because I know you can do it, but it's also, come get this money for a purpose.
Mhm.
What is your reason behind getting this money? And let's show you how you can get money for other people. Because I know there's people in your family. Because regardless if you don't want to become a big funding company, right?
Mhm.
I know there's people in your family that you can fix their personal credit and get them onto the business side. And then now you take all of that, merge it together, and now they have that company. And you just help your family member. You don't got to help nobody else. You don't got to help your friends.
True.
You're helping the people in your circle.
Mhm.
So that's what's important, because that's what, we're doing for people in our circle. So that's what's important. And where you definitely can find us at Essentials ABC Solutions, at Tevin Facey is my personal. I got Brandon.
At Brandon_the_provider. Type in Millionaire Essentials. That's our academy, millionaireessentials.com.
Mhm.
And definitely everything Tevin said was on point. And the whole point of us doing this, my purpose is, if I get you 100,000, right? I get you 100,000. It's about building a community. Y'all from West Indian descent, y'all Haitian. We all either West Indian, African descent, right? Or Caribbean descent. We recently, and this is just recent, we recently now is gaining wealth and power. Like, this is recent.
Right.
Like, we've been held back how many years? And we are gaining wealth and power at probably the highest and fastest rate of any culture,
Mhm.
especially through everything we've been through. If it was the other way around, and then we, had our foot on another race neck, they probably would have never got up, because we're so more powerful, we're smart,
Mhm.
but we turn things around so fast. So it's about speed.
Right.
Now, whatever I know, if I teach you how to get money, now we bring that together, we can buy all the buildings, we can buy up all the land. So I'm not trying to do it myself, and I probably can't do it myself. But if I teach all of y'all how to do, we could bring the money together. We could buy these 100, 200,000 unit buildings and apartments. We could literally buy back whatever they say they owe us. They're not giving it to us. We got to take it. So we could literally buy it back by teaching each other what we know. A lot of people try to hold all the value. We giving them everything. We giving them the relationship I just had at Key Bank. Our mentees, we're bringing them the same. We're giving it to them. You can have this guy. We're not saying, yo, go through us. No, you can have him. We're giving it to them.
One of our mentees is coming in next week. And, with them coming in next week, no lie, they are going to be sitting down with the bankers that we got. Because she wants to get funding for herself. She's not even talking about her clients, right? But she's actually going to be bringing, she has 2 clients. She's coming in, and that client is going to get the same type of treatment that we're treating all of our clients. You understand? So it's just more so about the community. And we know nobody has this product the same way we do. So it's just something that's passionate from both of us.
Beautiful. I see the passion in your eyes, man.
Yeah.
I applaud
I
y'all
see
for
it.
real,
I see it.
man.
I see it in your. I feel it. Great stuff, man.
Millionaire Essentials.
Impactful.
Me.
Right.
Exactly, me.
And that's what that meant. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Exactly.
Me. It's me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
it's millionaires with an S, essentials with an S.com.
Got you.
Yep.
There it is.
Dope.
Wow, I think it's time for, unless you have any other questions.
Oh no. Oh wait. Oh y'all. Wait. Hold on. Y'all doing the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Nah.
I don't know. He got excited for something.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
Shots or something?
Oh yeah. I thought it was
$10,000
shots.
check.
Oh,
That's what he thought.
I thought it was grant money. Barstool, where y'all at? I can't find y'all.
Surprise question for each of y'all.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but
Go
just
ahead,
pick
go
one.
ahead, go ahead, bro. Yeah, you first.
I gotta read it, right?
Mhm.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Africa.
That's easy, because Africa, everybody knows Africa, that's where everything come from. As far as nutrients, as far as minerals, Africa has the most value in the world, and the whole world is taken from Africa. So if I could go back there and actually show you how, whatever's left, how to take advantage of that and bring it back to the rest of the world and actually make our people wealthy, that's what I want to do. That's not an if, that's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
So
That's what's up.
These guys are teachers.
Yeah, bro.
See,
We
you
gonna
had to
love
do all
it.
that. You had to do all that.
You gonna have-
You had to do all that. Look. That was off the top too, right? Oh my god. All right.
You gotta take this trip to Africa, bro.
Right.
let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Damn, I just got the same question.
No way.
For real.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna
pick
pick
another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick another
You
one.
gotta pick,
Nah,
okay.
because your answer was impactful. Hold up. I can't do that. Hold up.
That's the first time that happened.
Yeah.
If you could blast into space in Bezos' rocket, would you? No, I wouldn't.
You can have a dope conversation with him about business credit.
Wait, I didn't say he was gonna be in there.
True. True.
See?
True.
See, I ain't read the question.
True.
Yeah, I
Why not-
wrote it.
But why not though?
I don't want to go to space. I'll be honest.
Really?
No, not right now.
Not right now.
Especially with SpaceX and everybody. I feel like they're moving too fast on trying to get us into space. Everybody into space. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they're not taking the due diligence. I feel like they're not taking their time to actually, do the equations, whatever needs to be done in order for all of us to be there if this world is to perish. So
Okay.
that's one of the reasons why. But if it was to go to space with Jeff Bezos, oh yeah, I'm going on that rocket.
You taking
Yeah,
that ride.
yeah, and I'm gonna hit him with the business sauce too.
All right, no doubt.
Interesting.
Of course, and
That's
I'm
what's up.
gonna see how he can invest into our funding company. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because and this is something that I'm actually gonna go meet with an investment banker tomorrow. I don't know, you still can't come. Right?
I might come.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go meet with an investment banker tomorrow, and it's more so about and this is just a pivot, right? Hedge funds, private equity firms, investors, they're all investing into real estate, right? But they still have too much money.
Wow.
They are looking to invest into businesses at some point. They're looking to get equity into a business that can actually grow and make them money. They are looking to do so. So why not be that business?
True.
Why not be that business? So we're definitely gonna have a lot more conversations, not only with him, but a lot of other people we met at InvestFest, right? If you've been in the space of financial literacy, you've gone to, like I said, all the festivals, you've gone to all the financial literacy. What's the word I'm trying to use? All the events,
The
right?
forums,
conferences, meetups, mixers, right? You've gone to them. You hear a lot of the same information.
Right.
But what Brandon said, your network is your net worth, right? Meet the right people and it all makes sense. Every event you go to will make sense. So at that event, other than us having the vendor booth, other than it being an amazing event, these are some of the people that we've met. So that's the way how we're able to now grow our business tenfold, opposed to just sitting back and growing slowly.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Before you get out of here, all the information that you guys provided, talk to the people about. The information is great, but execution is key.
Exactly. So like I spoke a little bit briefly, it's about mentality and about the execution, like he just said. Like you got to get out there and make it happen, especially when we in this world of entrepreneurship. Like once you find your purpose, number one, find your purpose. Because once you find your purpose, that's what's going to drive you. So you may get wavered. You have a path, right? And that's your purpose. You may get wavered, sidetracked, get thrown over here, but you're always going to stay on track because you have your purpose. Now, once you have your purpose, like I said, you get a mentor, invest in yourself. Like he said, going to these events, that's investing in ourselves. Doing this podcast is investing in ourselves. Getting business credit, invest in what you're doing. Find your purpose, find your goal, stay focused, invest in yourself, and just keep going. Then you're going to start seeing things come in and add value. Right. So a lot of people go to these people, investors everywhere, and try to take something. Everywhere you go, find out how do you add value. Adding value is going to take you further than taking something. True. So you don't want to be a leech. You want to add to somebody and bring them up, and that's going to always come back to you. Yeah. So find a way to add value to everybody you meet, and it'll always come back.
Yeah, and believe in yourself. Like everything he said is on point, but also believing in yourself, right? We wouldn't have been able to get on Him 500 webinar if we didn't believe in ourselves. We wouldn't have been able to get into InvestFest with a vendor booth if we did not believe in ourselves, right? Believe in yourself. That is one of, like, for me, and I'm glad that the accident happened, because then I wouldn't be here. I feel like I still would have procrastinated. I'm going to be honest. If that accident did not happen and I did not believe in myself from that point on, I knew I wasn't going to get no money. I knew I was going to sit down and they weren't going to give me anything. So what can I do for my family? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because like you said, the purpose, your purpose is yours. It's not anybody else's. It's your purpose. Make sure you just believe in yourself, and you can take it anywhere.
Perfect example. We do exactly the same thing. Instead of being competition, we collabing. And we making money together.
That's what's up.
Perfect example.
Yep.
How long you guys known each other?
And we haven't even known each other that long. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
When I see
a
you guys
year.
all the time. together,
Exactly.
that's crazy.
How'd you guys?
That's what's up.
Meet, or-
We met in the same. We was around the same circles, basically.
Yeah.
Same circles, same mentorships,
That's what's
and
up.
That's what's up.
and that's the crazy part, right? When you guys are really aligned, especially with business partners and friends. Like we became friends, not just partners. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We go to the gym together. I talk to this dude every day, and that's why it works so well because I know him and he's getting to know me,
Nice.
vice versa.
Mhm.
So that's why now it meshes so well.
Mhm.
So especially when you're working with people, you have to really know them. You know what's going on with them, and that's how things are meshed. I know, you in a situation, you doing this, you doing that, so we understand each other.
Yep.
So definitely, if you working with somebody or you have a partner, business partner, get to know them.
Yeah, know their strengths, weaknesses, everything.
Absolutely.
People in my circle, right? A lot of people in my circle, and maybe only like one or two that I've probably known for a very long time. The rest, I haven't known them that long, but it may look like I know them for a long time because we have the same purpose. And those are the people you're gonna, as you grow, are gonna be more in your circle than that people you grew up with because we're aligned.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Facts.
Woo.
Fellas, thank you.
Thank
Did
you.
y'all like this?
Nah,
Thank
thank
you.
y'all.
Great,
This was
great information.
excellent.
Great
Excellent,
information.
right?
Thank you,
Good.
thank you.
Thank
thank
y'all.
you.
Appreciate y'all,
No
man.
doubt, man. I hope
Appreciate
y'all
man.
took out your pen and papers, crowd. I
Yeah,
hope y'all
man.
took out your pen and papers.
Appreciate
Good
you
stuff.
guys.
Appreciate
My
y'all, man.
brother, no doubt. Appreciate
Woo.
you. Rob, housekeeping items, sponsorships, and all of that good stuff.
Yes. Team Sock by Say podcast on all platforms. And you'll see all the information down below, all the information down there, YouTube. And Team Sock by Say podcast. These gentlemen, thank you so much.
Not a problem, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
This is dropping a little bit of the sprinkles of gems, man.
Yeah, it may sound like a lot, but it's just a little.
It's a little. I know. I already know.
Sponsors?
Thank you for the sponsors, Roots of Brooklyn. Check them out. Also, Sweet 1041. Thank you guys. And I think that's it, man.
One more plug.
up?
Tanwa TV.
Yes.
You could also check out Team Sock by Say on Tanwa TV. Make sure you download the app.
Yeah, Tenwa TV.
And so you could also check us out on there too.
Absolutely.
All right, till next time. Team Sock by Say.
We
We
out.
out.
Yes, sir.
Beat.